Coming up, after a short holiday break, Ipswich Today returns with a wrap-up of what's happening locally, including the West Moreton Health Covid team stood down, UniSQ launches a First Nations Blueprint, critical flood gauges replaced, community funding on offer, the Swift sail saga slowly inches towards a conclusion, Commonwealth Hotel latest, and get ready to party at CMC Rocks. It's Tuesday, September 13, 2022, and I'm Alan Roebuck. Welcome to Ipswich Today, which acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land on which it is produced and pays respects to elders past, present and emerging. This podcast is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. First up on the show, after 2 years and 7 months, the team leading the West Moreton Health COVID-19 response has been stood down as of Friday, September 2. And according to West Moreton Health, leaving a legacy that ensures a robust response to any future health crisis in the region. The COVID-19 Incident Management Team was formed in January 2020, several weeks before the World Health Organization declared the pandemic. The local health service has now moved to its lowest tier in the disaster management framework, known as Tier 1. Incident Controller Joanne Johnson said standing down the incident management team signified that COVID-19 was now business as usual for the health service. The dedicated COVID-19 ward at Ipswich Hospital has also returned to general medical use. Vaccination continues to be the best protection against becoming seriously ill with COVID-19, and you can follow advice from Queensland Health regarding boosters. The University of Southern Queensland launched its First Nations Blueprint, called Placing Uni in Community, on the 15th anniversary of the UN Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous Peoples on September 13. The blueprint will guide the institutional future of First Nations education. The university has pledged to become a leading institution of learning and community connection for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. To mark the anniversary, Gubbi Gubbi Bachelor and Gamilaroi man Les Meltzer delivered a special guest lecture following the blueprint launch at UniSQ Ipswich. Les has dedicated his life to fighting for the rights of Indigenous peoples and addressed the United Nations Assembly in 2007 on the historic day the Declaration was adopted. He was awarded the Australian Human Rights Medal in 2008 by the Australian Human Rights Commission for his work in advancing the rights of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples both nationally and internationally, and was appointed a member of the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues from 2017 to 2019. The floods earlier this year are still making news as Ipswich City Council confirmed the replacement of 2 flood gauges damaged at Colleges Crossing and Carralee. The new gauges were part funded by the Queensland Government and have been designed to be more resilient in future floods. A trial to assess community attitudes towards future changes in the collection of food and organic household waste is entering a new phase. About 1,000 households, 500 at Bellbird Park and 500 at Raceview, have been participating in Ipswich City Council's Food Organics, Garden Organics, or better known as FOGO trial, for the past year, with each house receiving a new 240-litre green top bin for free use under the trial. In the March to May period, 82 tonnes of organic waste was diverted from landfill. Ipswich joins 70 councils across Australia, which have already introduced a fortnightly FOGO service. If you have any feedback on the service, contact Council by phone or the Shape Your Ipswich website. Funding for sustainable community projects is now available from Council's Tea Tree Bioenergy Funding Program. Eligible projects are funded through annual contributions paid by Tea Tree Bioenergy for local environment and community-focused projects. Individuals, sporting clubs and community groups with activities that support the natural environment are encouraged to apply. You'll find a link to more details in the show notes. It's time to have your say on the potential sale of an Ipswich Sporting Club site. Ipswich City Council wants to hear your views about whether to sell a section of Cameron Park, which has been leased by a local sporting club for more than 20 years. Swift Sports Club has a long history with the city dating back to 1919. but its current headquarters in Beval, which is leased from council, needs a significant upgrade estimated to cost more than $7 million. Feedback sessions continue this week on Wednesday, September 14 between 9 and 11 at Beval Shopping Centre and Saturday, September 17 from 9am to 11am at Cameron Park. For more information on the potential sale, visit the Shape Your Ipswich website. Activity is ramping up again on the expansion of the council-owned Commonwealth Hotel in Union Place. Council has released images and a video which show what the century-old hotel will ultimately look like next year when it officially reopens to customers. The existing building has been painstakingly restored to retain its heritage, with the extensions planned to allow for indoor and outdoor dining, a beer garden and function rooms. Council acquired the Commonwealth Hotel in 2014 and began repairs after subsidence and significant cracking in the building's facade and its partial collapse made the building uninhabitable. To make sure the building could be repaired and to prevent further disintegration to the original components, the building was carefully deconstructed with the pieces stored off-site in a council depot to be restored and repaired. And finally, a quick reminder, Australia's biggest international country music festival, CMC Rocks Queensland, will return to Ipswich on the 23rd to the 25th of September, delivering superstar headliners and a massive boost to the visitor economy. CMC Rocks returns after a 2-year break. If you booked and held tickets from the 2020 cancelled event, you'll be automatically issued new tickets in the original MoshTix account, which are valid for the 2022 festival this month. US country music superstars Brad Paisley and Kane Brown will perform for the first time in Australia, along with festival favourite Morgan Evans as headliners at CMC Rocks Queensland 2022. A reminder, you'll find handy links in the show notes, including Ipswich City Council's YouTube channel, where you can watch meetings live and on demand, and the Shape Your Ipswich website. Ipswich Today is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. This podcast is also listener-supported. Please make a once-only gift or regular donation to help keep it online. Just go to ipswichtoday.com.au and click the donate button on the homepage to make a payment through PayPal. Follow and stream this podcast from your favourite app, including iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts, or play Ipswich Today from smart speakers. Music is supplied by Purple Planet Music. This is Alan Roebuck. Thank you for listening.